Welcome, GCSC Technology Integration YouTubers. In this video, Shotcut for Students video number 5, we are going to cover basic editing commands. Hopefully you remember that in the last video, we covered how to take pictures and videos from the playlist and place them into the video timeline. If you have not watched video number 4, please go back and do so before proceeding with this video. As we move forward with this video, please keep in mind that there are hundreds of ways that you can edit pictures and video on the video timeline within Shotcut. This video is designed to give you just a brief introduction. I'm going to cover 4 commands, and hopefully after you learn those 4, you will be able to branch out and explore more commands and learn more about Shotcut on your own. This video will cover how to increase the time for pictures, how to move items, how to split at the playhead, and how to fade to black. Those are the basic commands that anyone would need to create a simple video for a class project. The first command that I will cover is the most basic, and that is the ability to move a picture or a video. If I move my mouse down into the video timeline, you will notice that if I am over a picture or a movie, the cursor turns to a right hand. When the cursor is on a right hand, I can left click, hold down, and I can drag, and that will move any clip, picture or video. And I can move them wherever I would like on the timeline. If I want to swap something and move it out beyond the last clip, I can do that. And wherever I let go is where the clip will be dropped. Notice there's what looks like a magnet right here. This is called snapping. If I have snapping turned on and I left click and hold down, what's going to happen is that the clip that I'm moving will automatically connect to the clip in front of it when I get close. That is a very nice feature. If you don't get them exactly touching, you will have a black space between your 2 clips. So having that magnet turned on when you are moving is a very nice option. If that is turned off, the magnet will look like that. If it is turned on, the magnet will have a bluish tint. The second basic command that you need to be aware of is the ability to increase or decrease the amount of time that a picture is shown. Notice that this video has 3 pictures and 1 video clip. If I click on any one of the pictures and I look in this properties area right here, I can see that this picture will be shown for 4 seconds, and that is the default that all pictures will be shown for when they are dropped into the timeline. It's very easy to increase that time. If I select this clip and I move my mouse over to the right or to the left edge, I will see that a double arrowed cursor appears. If I left click and hold down, I can increase the amount of time that this clip will be shown for. So if I want this to show for 6 seconds, it will take a little bit of precision work on my part, but I will need to make sure it stops exactly at 6, let go of the mouse, and now that picture will be shown for 6 seconds instead of 4 seconds. Likewise, if I wanted to shrink the amount of time that this picture is shown from 4 seconds to 2 seconds, I would click on this picture, and I would then left click and hold down, and I would bring the cursor in until I get to an even 2 seconds. And once again, I would let go of the cursor, and I would see that that picture is now going to be shown for 2 seconds. The next command that I'm going to demonstrate is the split at playhead command. This command gives you the ability to remove a small portion of a video clip so that it does not appear in your final product. You can see in the timeline there is this white bar right here. This white bar is the playhead, and it shows exactly where you are on the timeline, and there's also a preview generated in the upper portion of the screen for exactly where you are. So if I hit play right now, obviously this is a black screen, but you will see that it quickly moves into some horses running on the beach, which is from my video clip. And after that section is finished, then it moves into a section that shows some birds. If for whatever reason I wanted to remove the portion of the horses running on the beach, I would use the split at playhead command. In order to do that, I would probably want to zoom in using the magnifying glass with the plus button inside of it so that I get a little bit more accurate ability to stop the playhead at the exact time that I want, and I would probably want to start watching the clip again so that I know exactly where to pause when the horses are finished and they are transitioned to the birds. So I may need to play and pause a couple of times, and I can always take the playhead back by left clicking, holding down, and dragging back, and if I let go it will show me what is showing on the screen. So if I go back far enough I will see the horses, and then I can see there's the first scene with the birds. So now I'm going to use this split at playhead command, which is right here, just to the left of the magnet that was talked about for the previous command. Now, once I click that, it splits the clip into 2 portions, and you can see that I can drag the horses portion of the clip away. To get rid of this portion of the clip that you no longer want, you have two options: lift and remove. Lift simply takes the item away and leaves an empty space on the timeline. Remove actually cuts out that portion of the timeline. So in this case, the video is about 5 seconds long. It's going to cut that 5 seconds totally out of the timeline. I will complete both operations just so you can see how they work. If I right click and select lift, notice it leaves this space untouched. I have the ability to move the picture in the video into that space if I want. I'm going to undo that command. Control Z will always undo a command. And this time I'm going to right click and I'm going to remove. And now notice how that space is actually cut out and the playhead jumps forward because we've cut 5 seconds out of the video clip. But that is split at playhead, a super useful command for editing your videos. Now that you have increased or decreased the length of pictures and removed any portions of video clips that you don't want, you're ready to put these clips together and add a fade to black if you would like to do so. In order to get these clips together, we have a couple of options. Of course, you can left click and hold down, as was discussed in the move option, and you can move clips together, and that will ensure there's a seamless boundary between them. The other option is in this yellow space to right click and select remove. Please be careful though doing that if you have an audio clip inserted, as if you're not careful, that will also cut out portions of the audio clip. Don't forget also, if there's a yellow space at the beginning, you will want to remove that as well. So you can right click on that and remove that, and you want to make sure that the last clip is accounted for as well. So now all the clips are together, and if I would like to add a fade to black between any of the clips, I can do that very easily by moving my mouse over, and I will get a pulsing little circle right at the edge of the clip. And if I left click and hold down, it will tell me how long that transition will occur for. So this is for 1/10 of a second. And likewise, I can do the same on the other clip if I want it to fade in. So I can double the amount of time by putting a fade out and a fade in. If I click the playhead here and hit the play button for the preview, I will see that picture fades out before the next one fades in. Obviously, the longer that I make this time, so that's now a 2-second fade in, the longer the fade in is going to be and the longer the transition will take. So now you can see it's going to fade out much more slowly, though the next one will still come in very quickly. So that is the ability to fade to black, and you can do that on pictures or on video. Of course, once you have made these changes and done any editing, remember to save. Save frequently. I would recommend every 5 minutes, file and then save, or Control S on your keyboard at the same time. But very important to make sure that you save.